Hi folks, Wilson here. I just wanted to talk a little bit about wounding, fame and looking for attention to fill up lack in one's being. In my journey, so I'm 45 now, and I've been a musician for 30 years, and I've been an artist my whole life. And because of the integration process, because of dealing with my own shadow, all these dark bits that aren't in the conscious, they aren't integrated and aren't whole, it's caused me to feel, extremely depressed at times in my life, and just like severely challenged with expressing my light in the world, and it's been very confusing. I'll just cover the phone because it's a little bit of rain. And so I've had in my experience, for not so much now, thankfully, and so I'd say it's almost gone, which is why I'm able to actually talk about these things. But I've had this desire for fame, desire to be famous, desire to acquire attention. And it's been really confusing because at the same time, I have this natural desire to share my heart and my soul and my heart, soul, light into this world. It's a very deep thing that I am here to do, and it's only as I've went along in this integration process that I've realised that I've not been able to share my light because I've been in separation. I've been dualised in my own being, and I've not or hadn't integrated my shadow. And so when I was desiring fame, it was for the energy of harvest on an unconscious level, from my shadow. So the hidden unconscious part of me and whatever that is associated with, looking for energy to harvest. And I've come to realise that the desire for fame is the desire to be God. Say it again. The desire for fame, to be famous, is the desire to be God. That's what I've come to learn. And my whole journey is about transcending distortion, transcending God, transcending the dialectic of that, and coming back home to nature. My whole thing is about remembering, bringing back all of my dismembered pieces, remembering all of my parts and bringing them into a wholeness. And because of this integration process, we're working with shadow for so intensely for years and years, years and years. It's meant that my expression, I've had times where I've been able to come out into the world and express myself musically, express my art, express my poetry, express my performance. And then other times where I've had to completely retreat and work on my shadow, which is involved not expressing my fundamental purpose, my vocation as an artist and a musician, but has meant, working at jobs, doing things that I just wouldn't choose, but I've done many many different things to survive, and it has been it's been quite the journey, quite the challenge, and it is, and I know it is for everybody. Everybody's got this challenge in some way or other in regard to survival. So I just want to say here that, yes, I've come to realise that the desire to be famous is the desire to be God, and the desire to be God is the desire to take. It is the desire to take energy from others and take it into yourself, to fill yourself up, to fill up the empty spaces. That's what it is. And the God entity, the God being, is the ultimate emptiness. And which means it has the ultimate goal of harvesting and filling itself up. It can't be whole, it can't be filled up without harvesting energy. And I've come to realise that my being, I've allowed it obviously on a soul level, my being, thankfully in my journey with music, it's never got to a stage where I have been able to play to thousands of people and have them engaged and focused on what I am doing up till this point, because that wouldn't have been good, because in the past I would have been unconsciously utilising that to harvest energy through my wounds, through my unconscious, through my subconscious, through my contracts with entities, distorted light entities, through my contracts with them. I would have been harvesting energy, allowing it to come through my being from the audience, from the attention, and I would have had it coming through me, and it would have went me as the altar. You allow yourself to become an altar, an altered version of yourself, to go on the stage. The stage is the altar. And you conduct the ceremony and you harvest the energy. And I would have been unconsciously doing that if I was to have been successful in a bigger way with my music and art and performance before now. So just sharing this because it's been a big one, and it's certainly been very challenging for Susie and I, because this bit of me has been so passionate and so determined to, because I've got such a strong commitment and desire to express my light, and the challenge has been, getting to the place of integration. So I've drove Susie crazy with in my unintegrated state, just trying to get on the stage, trying to perform and be me, but not realizing that my unconscious and my subconscious and unintegrated parts are trying to get me to do what I've just described. So it's been very interesting, and I'm really glad that that we are where we're at now, and it's just another version of a new day, of beginning this creative expression as it is now and letting it unfold. There's been many previous experience of this, opening up, letting it out, and then retracting, integrating. And all I can say to anybody is really to really express your authentic self, you have to integrate your shadow, and you have to integrate your light. You have to do both, and that's becoming whole. So I'll leave it there for now, and I look forward to sharing my art, my music, and our music, Susie and I's love for the arts, for music, our expression. Look forward to sharing that with you soon. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.